Okay, I'm making crab cakes today, and this is the crab meat that I get. Real crab meat, claw crab meat. It opens with a can. It lasts for a really long time in the fridge. And what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to dump it in a little strainer and let some of the water get out of there because we don't need it to be too wet. Oh, look at these are the little claws. And then the middle, I'm eating this. Oh, yeah. Oh, this one, too. Now, if I separate this, you'll see, unlike the really expensive claw meat, this is, it's smaller pieces, but I think it makes a good crab cake. And the best thing to do, this has got a lot of flavor, is to not put too much other stuff in it. So I'm going to cut up some red onion, some green pepper. I'm going to saute it with some garlic. And then I'm just going to let that cool. And I'm going to add it to this crab meat, which I'm going to really squeeze all the juice out of. In a bowl, I'm going to add egg. I'm going to add hot sauce and mustard. A spicy mustard. Dijon is good. And then I'm going to add breadcrumbs. So the only binder is the egg, the mustard, and the crab itself. And then I roll them in panko and form them and let them sit for a while. That's the other secret. So we're going to let this start, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm still working on my crab cakes, and I got a big spoonful of mustard. I've got 2 eggs beaten up. I've got some minced garlic, 2 eggs, mustard. Now I've got the crab meat all squeezed, nice and dry and flaky, not broken up. You can still see the claw. This, again, is the cheaper claw meat. It's like $15 for all of this crab meat. And I'm using a Crystal hot sauce. You could use any kind you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ha ha ha. And some fresh pepper. Getting that. I don't know, bunch of pepper. And I sauteed some red onion, garlic, and a green pepper. You could do, a red pepper would be prettier, but this is cooled. I'm gonna put about 2 heaping, let's make it 3. You could use shallots. I might dump all of that in there. And so now you see I've got the egg. And I'm going to mix this stuff up first because I don't want to mix up the crab cakes too much and break up the meat. So I'm going to leave the fork in there. I'm just going to crumble this in. It's nice and dry. The egg is the only binder, and that little bit of mustard and that hot sauce. And just throw it all in here. These are a really big hit. You can make them big, you can make them little, you can make them like for a sandwich, or you could make them, you could make them small for appetizers. And I'm just gonna gently toss the egg mixture through the crab meat, gently. I'll probably use this big fork. This is a spork. See, it's a fork and a spoon. If you ever see one, pick one up and give it to me because I have not been able to find this combination of spoon and fork anywhere. This is like my favorite. See, it's like a fork and a spoon. I love it. Oh, look at that. Now you can hear the moistness. You see a little bit of the green pepper. You can see a red pepper would make it prettier, but for me, it's all about the taste. Oh, and this is the mustard I use. I get this at Publix, and it's a spicy brown mustard. I don't know how to say that name, but it is delicious. And I don't know, it's just got vinegar, mustard seed, water, salt, spices. Because it's I don't know who makes it. It won a gold medal at the Napa Valley Mustard Festival, and it's zesty, old world taste, goes great with lunch meats, hot dogs, sausages, baked ham hamburgers, and as a special ingredient in cooking. I agree. Try this. It's good. You guys can send the check too, whoever you are. Send me a check. Same thing for you guys. Crystal, send me a check. All right. So this is good now. Now, what I do is I get a plate like this, and I'm going to just put a little layer. And these are panko, inexpensive panko. You don't have to get the expensive stuff. You could use seasoned or regular. Let's see, these are not seasoned. That's fine with me. So I'm going to sprinkle some in the bottom. That's my little bed that I'm going to put my crab cakes on. And I'm going to sprinkle, that's about 3/4 of a cup. And I may have to add more. I'm taking my rings off because that would be messy. I'm going to rinse my hands because you need to. Dry them off. And then I'm going to just use my hands and fold the panko in. It's a messy job. I suppose you could get kids to help you. I can tell from the feel of this that it's still very wet. So I'm going to throw in some more breadcrumbs. Okay. And toss that in there. The breadcrumbs will soak up all that juice and hold the crab cake together. Oh my gosh, I don't have any green in here. You know what I need? I think I need some chives. You could put tarragon in here. You could put chives. You could put parsley. I'm going to put a little of all of that in there. Rinse. Get the chives. Get the parsley. Oh my goodness, I'm going to use dried. That's right, I'm going to use dried. Chives, my favorite. Green. And some parsley. Dried parsley. Oh yeah, that's a nice little bit of green. Perfect. And again, toss it all around. Can't see me. I'm tossing it. Tossing it. Tossing it. There we go. Tossing it. Now, if you came across any little bits of shells, which I never have, or rarely, you would take that out. Okay, now, how big do I want to make them? A little handful. This makes a nice little one. I think I like them little. And you can get a lot. So I'm just shaping it with my hand to a little patty, making sure that they're kind of fat. And then I lay it in the panko over here, and I roll it over, kind of press it down in there. This is how you want it covered. Just like that. And the other side, and the edges. And then, oh, it's trying to fall apart. Oh my gosh, I gotta mush it harder. So I'm gonna squeeze it a little harder. And there we go. Set it on the plate and continue making them about the same size. I'm gonna keep going at this, and I'll see you in a bit when they're all done and beautiful. We're having crab cakes. It's delicious. How cute is that? Okay, for the sauce, a roasted red pepper aioli. Jar of roasted red peppers. Take the seeds out, cut them up, throw them in your little hand blender. And in here, I've got roasted red peppers, hot sauce, capers, mayonnaise. That's it. And I'm going to put in some lemon juice. That's it. And then I'm going to zhuzh it up. Squeeze this lemon over my hand so any seeds come out. They go in my hand, not in the sauce. I did the capers whole. Oh, and the other thing is, I put 3 medium garlic cloves in there. That's right, 3, because I'm a mad dog. That's right. Okay, hand blender. I love this brand. They should send me a check. Look at, it's wonderful. Has 1 speed. It's got a lot of wattage. I've got this container that came with it. There's my capers, there's my mayonnaise, there's my red peppers, there's my whole garlic cloves. Watch this. Oh my goodness. You could smear this stuff on anything. Seriously. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this. Roasted red pepper. I think I put 2 peppers in there. They were pretty big. I'm going to taste it. It gets better when it sits. Let me get a little spoon here and check it out even more. Check the consistency. You can add more mayonnaise to it. I really like the roasted red pepper. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Wouldn't you put that on a fish sandwich, a taco, a turkey burger, if you care for such things? I wonder if it'd be good on pasta. Ooh, what a great idea. I'm tasting it now. Big taste. Okay, this goes in the fridge. It sits. It gets more solid. It becomes a wonderful sauce. And it's awesome on a crab cake. Okay, here are the crab cakes. There are 4 of them. I'm actually making them for other people, so I have 4 wrapped up in here, 4. So that whole thing of crab meat gave me 12 little appetizer size crab cakes. And I'm going to put them in the fridge, and I'm transferring them to this. And I'm going to pack up some little things of sauce, and I'm giving these to my stepmom and my sister. And then I have 4, because Dean doesn't like them. And I'm giving them some sauce on the side, and they can take them home and cook them up when they're ready to eat them. Saute them in olive oil in a little fry pan, and just until they're golden on one side, and flip them and get them golden on the other, and then serve with the cold sauce. Valicious crab cakes. OMG. You gotta try it. It's really easy. Yummy. Okay, these are the crab cakes cooking in their little pot with a little olive oil in the bottom. You just need to get brown, and then I can put the sauce on them. Yummy. Okay, here are the crab cakes browning nicely in the pan, and the sauce has thickened, and that's all you got to do. Brown them like this, and then they are ready to eat. Yummy. Oh my goodness. I think it might be too hot to eat, but I'm going to cut in, and I want you to see all the crab meat in there. Just the panko and the crab meat and the sauce. Oh my goodness. So good. Yummy. Try them at home. Wonderful. Crunch. Oh. Sauce. Delicious. Ooh. Sauce got a nice little kick. Yummy. It's delicious. Try this at home. It's delicious.